Right, so we're back at the Norfolk Showground at the British Carp and Angling Show. I'm here with the one and only, in my case, Jerry Hammond, and he's got a couple of little bits he's going to talk through. So how's the show been going so far, Jerry?
Yeah, it's been all right, really. Norwich v Chelsea today, so it kept quite a few of the people away, I think. Not too sure what the score is at the minute, but it did empty out a while, but they seem to be coming back now, so not too bad.
The ones that missed out on the heat, because it has been pretty chilly in here, the heaters have just come on, so it's nice and warm now, isn't it? Let's talk about. Let's go for the book first. So you brought this book out. What's the whole concept of the book? What's in it exactly?
Well, basically, it's called Catching Memories, and that's exactly what it is. It's me catching up on memories from about the last sort of 20 years fishing, really, and all the sort of highlights of my last 20 years, and all the special moments and that I can remember that I put down in writing, along with the photographs, and really pleased with it. It's come out really well.
Is there any, you were saying highlights, is there a certain highlight in the last 20 years that you want to mention now, that like a memorable catcher or a certain point in your life where it all changed?
You never forget. My last big fish is always my most memorable capture, but my first 40 pounder was really important to me. It was like that little milestone, and once I got over that, I was just obsessed with it then, and from then onwards I've been chasing big carp all over the country, and here we are today. We've lived sort of 20 years later, and all them sort of memories are now been put down into. I haven't wrote about everything. It's not an autobiography. Maybe later another one, but just sort of catching up on the last 20 years, and 20 years is a long time. And although it's gone quick, there was a lot of good fish and a lot of good memories. So I thought, why not put it down in a book, which I've done.
So along with the book, behind there you've got a little DVD as well.
Yep.
Is that the same idea, or is that a totally different content?
Well, I used to be an editor of a magazine called Carp a few years back, and during my time there I also wrote a monthly feature in there called The Compulsive Angler, and that went on for a couple of years. And once the magazine folded, and I still had this sort of compulsive angler thing buzzing around my head, so I decided to get out with a camera, and the camera follows me through spring and summer, just carp fishing and just doing what I love doing, being on the bank, catching carp, and that's what that's all about. Some fantastic footage in there. I think there's 6 English 40s caught. There's floater fishing, there's leanies, there's underwater photography, underwater filming, there's everything, and it's, in my view, I'm going to say it because it's my DVD, but I'm really proud of it.
So is there like tips in there people can take from, if they watch it, they can take advice from it?
It wasn't a teaching of such, it's more of an enjoyment that I get out of fishing that I want other people to see and enjoy themselves. It was never about trying to teach people how to tie a rig up, because that ain't really what I'm about. Yeah. But there's loads of little hidden tips in there that when you watch, you'll soon pick up on.
So in other parts of your fishing world, you've got a couple of lakes as well. Yeah. Where are they based, and what kind of lakes are they?
I live in Hertfordshire, and I'm lucky enough to live in a lockhouse on the River Lee. We've got 2 lakes. We've got about 7 or 8 acre lake, Syndicate Lake. Really, really old strain of carp. Been in there 30, 40 years old, some of them. There's probably about 6 fish now that are knocking on 40 pound. They're really old, lovely looking fish. Everyone's to me, the old, it's not all about the size. There's no big mid-40s in there, not yet, but they're still putting on weight. And there's commons to 40 and mirrors to 40, and I couldn't wish for a better place, really, and it absolutely is stunning. And then we've got a day ticket water still on the same site called Brook Lake. I think it's the oldest lake in Hertfordshire. It's about 90 years old, and it's like the topography of the lake is unbelievable for any type of angling. But if you're just starting out, you couldn't fish a better lake, really, because you've got all the gravel bars, the feet, it's like a lunar landscape. It's up and down. There's lily pads, bars, silt, gullies, you name it. And it's a fantastic little water for people just starting out or intermediate anglers to go and brush up on their skills. And there's about a dozen or so 30s in there, and they're growing fast to mid-30s.
Sounds like my cup of tea. If that sounds like your kind of lake you want to try, how do we find more information?
The best thing to do is go on carpenterinafisheries.co.uk we've got on our website, and you can see and find everything out that you want on there.
Where else can we buy these? You buy them everywhere?
It's from Carp Productions. You can get it online, www.carpproductions.co.uk or .com, I can't remember. This is
Empress Media, yeah.
And there's a couple of tackle shops that are selling it. Johnson's Ross in Hoddesdon, Jonathan Ross rather, and they do it online. And Yakeley Angling.
All right. Well, if you come into the Carp show maybe tomorrow and you fancy a little signed copy, no problem with that?
Oh no, mate. I'm here to sign. I'll sign as many as I can sign.
There you go. That's Jerry Hammond. I'm Scott with I Talk Tackle, the British Carp and Angling Show. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.